Well, tomorrow's Friday, and 8,000 students won't be at school tomorrow because of truancy issues. And last year, in our school district locally, we had 16,000 students who had chronic truancy issues. You couple that with the fact that we have hundreds and hundreds of seniors in our community that volunteer hundreds of thousands of hours per year to make our community better. And between our Department of Senior Affairs, Winston, Brooks, and APS in the city of Albuquerque, we've come together to help tackle the truancy issue, because we know a couple of things for sure. If kids aren't in school, they can't learn. If they're not in school learning, they're not going to succeed. And as we talk about adding individuals in our community with college degrees and post-secondary degrees, we have to go back and start with making sure kids graduate. And if they have truancy issues, that makes it much more difficult for them. So we wanted to come up with a program to support the students and support the families if they're having truancy issues. We have a great resource with the seniors in our community. We have a great school district that wants to make a difference, and it is making a difference. And so today what we're announcing is a program, and it's a program where we're gonna have our seniors through our RSVP program. That's a senior volunteer program. Are going to engage with high schools and middle schools as well. And they're going to work with the principals to get lists of students who have chronic truancy issues, and they're going to call these students, and they're going to call their families, and they're going to remind them that it's important to be in class, and they're going to work as another layer of advocates out there to try to make sure that students are in the classroom. So really happy to work with Winston Brooks on this particular issue. Really happy to work with George Armijo Brasher and the Senior Affairs Department on an issue that we know matters for the future of our community and the future of our youth. And with that, I'm going to have Winston say a few words, and then we'll take some questions if you have any. Winston.
Well, Mayor, first of all, congratulations. I haven't seen you since your great victory on Tuesday, so congratulations to you. And I say that somewhat selfishly because the mayor has been one of the strongest advocates for kids in Albuquerque that I've ever had the opportunity to work with, and that includes 2 mayors here and several mayors back in my former district. So I just want to say thank you again for your tremendous support and insight into some of the challenges that APS has. When we have as many kids chronically absent, and I'd just like to define that for you, a child is classified as chronically absent anytime they have 10 absences or more a year, or I believe 5 consecutive absences. There's another little caveat in there. It's important that the school district contact those parents and those kids to find out where they are and what they're doing. We just can't ignore the fact that kids are gone and say, oh, well, that's part of it. And the number of counselors that we actually have in the school district seem to be inadequate in order to be able to keep up with 6,000 students on Friday that may be absent. And so to have additional support from the community, and in particular from the senior community, is just absolutely awesome. To be able to have one more set of legs and one more voice to be able to make telephone calls and make connections with families will go a long ways in keeping kids in school. So, Mayor, I want to say thank you so much. I want to say thank you to the City Council for supporting this. Georgia, thank you for your ongoing partnership. This is a great thing for our community, and it's a great thing for APS.
Thanks, appreciate it. Georgia, you want to add anything at all? Some specifics?
Just really that the RSVP program, that's the volunteer program, is really honored to be part of this partnership. They are excited, they've been trained, and they're ready to go out and be advocates for our young people. Like you say, Mayor, the children that are not there aren't going to have the opportunities that those that are present in those classrooms. So we're here to support that effort. Thank you.
Well, and just one more thing. Last year, the RSVP program that's made up of seniors, these are individuals who are 55 years or older who have decided that in that time of their life, they want to give back to their community. They volunteered over $3 million, if you put a dollar amount on it, just last year alone back to our community. They do wonderful things for other seniors, and now they're going to be doing wonderful things for students that are at risk because of truancy issues. And I just couldn't be more proud of Georgia and her group. They're just always doing something good in our community, and really, really proud of our relationships between the city of Albuquerque and APS. We're making significant differences working together. Anybody has any specific questions?
How many seniors have volunteered so far?
This program is just getting started, so I think George is just now signing up the seniors, or do you have a number?
We've been recruiting the seniors all summer long. Right now we have around 10 seniors that are able to participate in the program.
And what number do you think you need to make sure this program is successful when 8,000 students are possibly absent every day?
Well, every one matters. And as Winston said, when you have 8,000 kids that aren't going to go to school tomorrow, anybody that wants to step up and help with this program, and we'll use this as a call for action as well. If you're watching and you want to help with this important issue, come and join the seniors that have already signed up. The more the merrier. And the more, with 8,000 kids to talk to on any given Friday, and 16,000 students within the school system that have chronic truancy issues, we could use lots of folks. But I think Georgia has a good start on this, and like lots of programs, you start it, and then people join, and then it starts to grow. So we want people to join. And if they want to join, they can just call 311.
Superintendent, is this going to be the vision issue? I know there are some schools within the district that have an automated system where they call the parent if the child is absent that day. Are you going to keep those going as well?
Yeah, we're not going to stop doing anything. But we can't. The point is, even with the automated systems, with the counselors we do have, we can't keep up. And it's just so critical. With higher stakes accountability for schools these days, you can't teach kids if they're not there, and it's just critically important. So we're not going to stop doing anything. But with this assistance from the city, it will just put more boots on the ground to contact our families and make communication.
And this will be handled through phone call systems. So the seniors, if they're interested in signing up and joining the other seniors that already have, the requirement really only is phone calls. So the seniors will go to the school and get a list of students, and those lists will be updated consistently, and the seniors will be on a call list, so they'll get the list, and then they'll be able to talk to these students. And it's what my understanding between APS and the Senior Affairs Department is there are students that are easily to identify in this program. It wouldn't be a one-time absence this Friday. If this is your first absence, you're not going to be on the list to call. But if you're one of the chronically truant students, then they'll make it to a list. Those lists will be disseminated to the seniors, and the seniors can make as many phone calls as they'd like to make.
So you're talking about kids who are absent 10 or more times. Those are the ones that the seniors will contact.
That's according to Winston and APS. The main criteria to be a chronically truant student is 10 or more absences per year, unexplained or unexcused. Yeah.
So what kind of training did the seniors get?
Well, George can talk a little bit about that as well.
The training will be how to be a responsive and an advocate for that family, not to be judgmental, but to be able to support that family in if they have a concern or a reason that they're not attending a school. There will be resources that are available for families to access through those folks.
It'll be a good clearinghouse of information. So if we find a family that needs help with whether maybe it's a transportation issue, maybe it's another issue at their home that's causing this to happen, then we can use that as a conduit and connect them with services within the community as well.
And if the family doesn't speak English, how would that be handled?
We are always recruiting more and more people. Being bilingual is critical, not just Spanish, but any language that is needed for that. But we are recruiting all the time and hope to have many people that have a variety of capacity to address those needs.
We also have a translation services department within APS, so if a senior needs help with communicating, there's usually somebody on staff, but we also have a translation services department that we can access. And let me just say again that as I was driving down Central or Lomas, whichever one it was, coming down here just a few minutes ago, I saw a mother and a toddler and probably a first or second grader standing outside of a motel room. It's these kinds of things that, and sometimes our absences are more prevalent with the younger kids than it is with the older kids. What I'm hoping, and I know will happen, is if these seniors will actually come in and build relationships with kids and with teachers. That's what all of us need to be able to grow and mature, is to have some caring adult in our lives, and most generally that's a parent. But oftentimes for too many kids here in Albuquerque, they need another caring adult to help them be able to be on the right path. And so having a senior who cares about you and knows where you are or hopes to know where you are or trying to locate you, I think is a very comforting thing for most families and a great thing for our kids.
the seniors, say they interact more with the student or with the student's family, parent?
In this program, it will be an augmentation to the automatic call system from APS. They will call the home, and they'll talk to individuals at the home. So if that's the parent, if that's a caretaker, if it's a high school student, you know, whoever answers at the home will be the primary number, and then that'll vary, I'm sure.